Fan Fantasy Broadcast Show. Well, I hope you're having a drink with me if you'd like. I just poured myself a drink. Took my vitamin C capsule, poured myself a drink. Because baseball exists in this fantasy world. Social distancing is not a thing that exists. AI doesn't have to worry about that kind of virus. Oh. But anyway, the Cubs are on a hot streak. Hold on, I'm going to make sure my voice is... Okay. They have won 5 in a row, and they're going to Washington. Well, they're still in Washington. They are in Washington right now. And they're playing the Nationals. So let's see how that goes. Sorry, I'll try and make more noise. Tyler Chatwood versus Anibal Sanchez. Not that exciting. But look at how hot all the Cubs hitters are. Hot. On fire and fuego. I did say I was going to give Bodie's on. Nico Hoerner's cold, but are we going to let Jason Kipnis just play again? Yeah, you know what? Why not? We'll let Kipnis keep playing. He's been doing well enough. Although, you know what? I said I was going to start Hoerner. Let's see if Hoerner can get out of it. Now, I'm sorry, I'm very indecisive. So, we're going to start off with Chris Bryant, who's been leading off almost every game, right-handed pitcher, with Anthony Rizzo there, and then Kyle Schwarber there. Wilson Contreras. Oh, man. We're going to give Wilson a day off. He is low on energy. He is given so much offensive output where he has kind of been the star of the Cubs this season, definitely. Gosh, that makes me kind of puts a hole in what I wanted to do with the lineup, because it's been really easy to put him in there. But you know what, Ian Happ had home runs from both sides of the plate the other night. Let's give him a chance. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put everyone. Yeah, let's do that. I won't drop Javier Baez any lower. Mixing the line. Javier Baez is batting okay. We'll put... I guess it does give me a chance to put in Nico Hoerner. But then that also makes me feel more okay with putting the order more like that. So, a hot top of the lineup, for sure. Hot topics. Hot topic are maybe sponsor. No, they haven't gotten back to me. I mean, I never sent them a thing, but I love 20% of things at Hot Topic are really cool. Can we agree? I go into Hot Topic and I'm like, man, I really want to buy 20% of things here. But yeah, so I'm not sure who the guest will be tonight. It might be Trent Straczynski. We'll see if he gets a call, if I give him a call here. They're doing some side stuff. Ooh, doing the karaoke. Wasn't that what they called them, the karaokes? The side things. I had very quick feet. I was good at that exercise, at that calisthenic. Anibal Sanchez is up 0 for 2 with a 6 ERA with 15 inning pitch. A not great whip, an okay amount of strikeouts, an okay amount of walks, but the whip, so he's giving up a lot of hits. Chris Bryant batting .342 with 2 home runs and 9 RBI on the year.
The third baseman.
And I will remember to switch to the computer playing here in a second. Team select. Here we go. Baseball, here we go. Chris gives a little, just the tip, Chris says, to start. But we all know how that can go, right? You start with just the tip and then it's a full home run. I'm already stupid. It's 1 pitch, 2 pitches in, and I'm already an idiot. Yeah, I'm still wearing the shirt because I go with the streaks of the game, so if the Cubs win, I continue to wear whatever top I was wearing. So right now it's the alternate road jersey. I meant to give him the alternate road jersey that I've been wearing. I remember to do that. Well, these look similar. I might have been giving like the 79 or 82 road jerseys. Ooh, just the tip again. 2-2. Kris Bryant working an okay count so far. Anibal Sanchez, pretty mediocre. Wow, right into the shift. That's why. Oh, but a bow! That throw looked very high. Very high. But it came down, apparently. Had it been any other player that doesn't have the shift on them. Well, now, and here's the exact opposite, where they're going to do the shift in the opposite direction, most likely. Anthony Rizzo now batting .307. The power has tapered off a little bit from the beginning of the season, but the average has risen dramatically. So, I don't know which I prefer. We'll see. But Anthony Rizzo into bat. Takes ball one low from Anibal Sanchez. Anibal Sanchez had some really good games at the end of last year. I think he carried a no-hitter or a perfect game, maybe even against the Cubs, into maybe the 8th or 9th inning last year. I could be wrong. This is all going based off my memory. Oh, Rizzo puts a charge into one. It looks deep, but is it deep enough? No! It's not even going to hit the wall. It's going to be caught for an out. Kyle Schwarber's up now. Last 8 games, 12 for 36, which is .333 for you math nerds out there. A third, rep of 10-3, so 33.3333333. Also known as a third. Here we go. Outside corner. Kyle Schwarber says no, thank you. They have the shift on him. Not as extreme sometimes, I think, but still pretty extreme. If he hits it anywhere near the third base, it should get him a hit minimum, as long as it's not pop-up. Whew. I made a stronger drink than I needed to. Oh, can he run it out? I don't know if he's... Nope. Nope. So Anibal gets through it very quickly. 10-pitch inning. No hits, but he gave up solid contact, so it just happened to be the first 2 batters just hit them at people for Kris Bryant, and then just about 10 feet shy of 5 feet shy of a home run for Anthony Rizzo. Or, well, I don't know, it was a big wall. But anyway, here comes Tyler Chatwood, 0-1 with a not great ERA either. Not great whip either. Not great everything, actually, except not a huge amount of walks, I guess, but still, similar amount of strikeouts to walks. You don't want that. You don't want to almost have a 1-to-1 ratio with your strikeouts to walks ratio. That's not good. Unless you're not giving up any hits and you're only striking out, or you're only giving up 1 walk an inning and 1 strikeout. But even then, that would take up a lot of pitches too. Chicago Cubs 14-5, first in the NL Central. Like I said, they've been on a streak. They're a 5-game win streak. I think they're a game and a half up on the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know where everyone else is. Pretty sure the Brewers or the Pirates are in the cellar, though. Cellar door. Most beautiful phrase in the English language, but also the worst place to be next to in the rankings of a baseball league is the cellar door. Cellar door. Rip down the line, foul. 2-2. Chatwood has the person. Whatever you say, Don. Who's Donnie? Oh, what? Does Donnie have a thing about cellar door? Donnie Darko. Oh. I think that... Don't even get me fucking started on Donnie Darko. It's the fucking most overrated... pseudo-intellectual bullshit movie. Like, everyone who has Donnie Darko as their favorite movie got somewhere between a 24 to a 28 on their ACT scores. Mostly. Wow. Eternal Sunshine is 1,000 times better than Donnie Darko. How dare you say... And now I missed the double. How dare you? Charlie Kaufman's amazing.
The second baseman, Howie.
Whatever Frenchman that directed it was good. Michel Gondry was good. I love Charlie Kaufman's maybe my favorite screenwriter, so you're getting a little personal with that one. Is all. Like, adaptation was what kind of got me into screenwriting. Or got me into film. Like, I really started to be like, oh, like, understood it being meta and thought about things in a different way. Sorry, guys, gotta look at my phone. Elizabeth Hottie sent me a message. Oh, Elizabeth Hottie. She said, hey there. I bet she's a real person. She did like a couple of my photos, so that was nice of this bot that doesn't really exist. But, anywho, here we go. One out, one man on second. That'll keep him at second, and hopefully an out too. So we could get out of this here with minimal, well, with no damage whatsoever. Juan Soto, though, even though his last 10 games he's 7 for 37, he is an amazing baseball player. This almost scares me that he's hitting so poorly, is because he's such a good hitter that he's gonna eventually have a hot streak, and because his end numbers are gonna be really good probably. Ball one. I almost wouldn't be against to walking Juan Soto here, and he also has such a good plate discipline where you're not gonna get him to chase stuff either. So I don't know. See?
Nope, that's the ball.
He's not seeing any garbage. Two and 0 to Juan Soto. 3-0 to Juan Soto. He was I believe, the Rookie of the Year runner-up 2 years ago. And 95% of the time he would have won it, but I think it was Ronald Acuna Jr. Ball four on 4 straight pitches. Like I said, he has great plate discipline. Also, though, that might have been Chatwood, just non-intentional, intentional walk. Eric Thames, I can't remember what his nickname was in Korea, but it translated to God. Because he was really good in Korea, like 5 years ago. He had 2 or 3 seasons where he was going 40-40, hitting 40 somewhat. I think he had over a two-year span, hit over 100 home runs maybe. Oof. And he's built like ridiculous, like he's jacked. Like when you see Eric Thames, he doesn't look like a baseball player, and I mean that as a compliment because he's fucking ripped. He looks like a
Count is 1 and 2.
I don't want to say linebacker. Like his arms are so big. He's like he's like who a Hollywood who a Hollywood exec would put into a baseball movie, not knowing what regular baseball shapes are. 'Cause he's so strong. Sorry, I've been going on and on about Eric Thames' big old arms, but he's fucking jacked. Hits up the middle. He was being played extremely deep. That's going to score 1. I guess I get playing that deep, but I don't know. To me, that's a little too deep. Look how deep Ian Happ is playing here. Like, to me, it makes no sense to play that deep. Because if anything that's going to go that far, you'd be able to get to it. Like, or else it's going to hit the wall. I don't know. I don't like it. Strike 1. I maybe would have had them in on 1. 0-1's the count. 0-1, not to be confused with Owen Wilson, who has not played the Count yet, but is in talks to play the Count in Sesame Street, the live-action, live people movie, where they take over for the puppets as people. Well, 0-2 pitch. He can kind of do anything he wants here, Tyler Chatwood. And he wants to give a deep fly ball to Ian Happ. And Ian Happ says, hey, I got this. I got this one. That's why I was playing so far back. Natitude. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. I think that guy needs an attitude adjustment. Has Nat Light and the Nationals, have they teamed up at all? Anyone know?
Leading off for the Cubs.
Is that a commercial for Nat Light? Do they like, you need an attitude adjustment? And like, bam! I just imagine it's like Nat Light commercials would be like early 90s Bud Light commercials. But trashier. Like it's all about hunting with hot chicks? I don't know. There was already, I remember I saw a Keystone. I walked into a Keystone place and they showed people, I wouldn't turn it down. I mean, I drank a ton of Nat Light when I was a teenager. I do remember one time there was like I said, a cardboard cutout at a gas station that had like hunt guys while they were in hunter gear for Keystone, and I was like, "Are you supposed to be drunk while you're hunting with shotgun, with guns and rifles?" I don't know. I obviously don't know. 3-0, nice eye by old Jason Hayward with Victor Caratini on deck. I'm excited to see Victor in the lineup. Unfortunately, he's only getting in to let Wilson Contreras rest a spell. Ball 4, as Wilson Contreras has 10. He's in double-digit home runs already. We're like 20 games in the season. He has double-digit home runs. So, yeah. Only sitting him to because he's got to be tired. You know, if I were to be a manager in the game, there are times where I maybe would have taken him out just to give him some rest with certain games if they're out of hand one way or the other. Strike, but it looked inside to me. Victor Caratini also has very good plate discipline. I feel like he takes a decent amount of walks and has a good eye. Good eye.
Outside.
Oof. Tried to go with that one, but it was just a bit outside and then foul after he hit it. He makes decent contact. It's carrying, but not enough. Well, decent opposite field power and contact, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. Nico Hoerner's up. Not looking great with his numbers. I was starting him a lot at the beginning of the year, but it's looking like Jason Kipnis might be taking over. I don't like Jason Kipnis as much defensively, but Kipnis definitely has more power. But Hoerner has a brighter future, I believe. They're about a decade apart in age. I think Kipnis is 32, and I think Hoerner's around 22. So one star is starting to fade, and the other is just trying to figure out how to shine. O2 pitch. Good eye, Nico Hoerner. Good eye. One-two pitch to Nico Hoerner. Once again, good eye.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sorry, I was looking at. I like I said, I have White Moses with me every now and then, and Yeah, it's fun. Oh, Nico Horner puts a hit into it. Well, how will it go far enough? I don't know. Oh, no. But it's funny because he's got the tablets before, presumably, when this is him coming down the mountain, because he hasn't thrown the tablets yet. But he has one underneath, but you can, in Roman numerals, you can see on the, I don't know if you can read it, but there's the first 5. It just says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Roman numerals. Oh, I got that from Salvation Army, I believe, a long time ago, and it was like $1.50. It's like that's fair. I like how he's given like a, yeah, man, solid.
Nope.
Or a punch. He could be giving a punch. He could be like, I'm mad that you're worshiping a cow. Punch. Punch. Who knows? I don't know how violent Moses was, but it's Old Testament stuff. And if there's the part of the Bible that probably has the most, well, God's super violence in the Old Testament, and I'm guessing people get angry in that too. So, strike 3, nicely done. How's that one?
Batting it, the first baseman, Ryan.
Once again, as Jubal Cabrera is starting, and like I said, he does not have a starting. From what I saw, and also they were starting him at first, which wasn't even where he would be a starter. He's like the second in line, I think, at third. They're thinking about giving Carter. I think it might be a platoon thing, but Carter Kaboom is they're one of their top prospects. In fact, that was the person that that was like where the conversation would start with the Cubs and the Nationals for a trade for Chris Bryant.
That's the ball.
Was going to be like, because they wanted Victor Robles for sure. And I think for the Nationals that might have been a non-starter. And so the Cubs said, well, okay, well then Carter Kaboom is the beginning then. Like that's a for sure person, and then we're going to get a couple other good pieces, whether it's hit to right field. Oh, Jason Hayward flashing that Gold Glove. Woo! He says this Gold Glove sure is shiny, but it don't slow me down much. Boom. Freeze frame. Freeze frame. Nicely done. Anibal Sanchez, the pitcher, is up. And when you're a pitcher, it's nice to pitch to the pitcher when there are 2 outs. I was going to say, except for when they almost rip a double down the line. Because you should just be throwing them strikes to try and get out of the inning. And I don't know who's playing second right now. Kipnis picks it up, I think. And we're out of the second inning. We go to the third. Kipnis, Chatwood, Bryant. 8-9-1. We'll see. We'll see if Kipnis earned the right to stay in. I maybe should have put Bodie in for him because Bodie's been putting up pretty good numbers. But you know what? Kipnis has got decent power. He's hitting for an okay average. I'm not sure. He only has 2 home runs, but I feel like he has a bunch of doubles. I feel like most of his hits have been like towering fly balls that have almost been home runs that are doubles. So maybe some of those doubles will start turning into home runs here. Who knows? Ball 1 on the outside corner. Kipnis for Sanchez, 5 for 35. Wow, with 11 strikeouts. It's not good. Those aren't good numbers. But so far, he's doing all right. 2-0. Ooh, 3-0 inside pitch. I think you maybe take this pitch, especially if you get a walk, considering that the pitcher would most likely be bunting you over to second base if you get on. Still a good take. All right, now you can do whatever. Like I said, if he gets on base, Most likely, if it's on first or second, it doesn't matter. It's a fly out. Fuck it. And here comes Tyler Chatwood with a 0 average, with 0 home runs and 0 RBI. Well, it would be impossible to have a home run if your average is 0. So,
That's the ball.
but I like that they informed us. Chatwood puts a little bit into it, but not enough. Or too little, depending on what you wanted to happen there. Either way, it was not enough to fall. Yeah. Too little to be a home run, not enough to fall. I mean, not like it was close at all. Bryant Bursanchez, 2 for 10 with 1 K. That's not great either. Oof.
1-1.
Right, once again, right into the shift. I don't know if that would have gotten by a third baseman in their regular positioning, but he's pretty close to the line there. So yeah. Adam Eaton is up.
For the Nationals, the center fielder, Adam Eaton.
I'm gonna text my friend Trent. Well, Adam Eaton knocks it right up the middle for a hit. Now up next is Starlin Castro, former Cub, looking to get some revenge for when he got sent to the Yankees for Adam Warren. When the Cubs traded Starlin Castro, they got Adam Warren. When the Yankees traded Starlin Castro, they got Giancarlo Stanton. And even though Giancarlo's been injured, he's a flippin', when he's healthy, he's one of the best power hitters in baseball. So, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. Here we go. They gave it to him. It could have been called high. It could have been called outside, but it was called a strike. Ooh, thankfully foul down the line. But yeah, it's unlikely now that the Nationals will go after Bryant, unless their plan was, because they got a bunch of... Ooh. Oh, he almost should have let it drop in turn 2. Like, have it hit his glove and be like, whoops, and then turn 2 with it is what would have been maybe smart. Although it's also a little, like, would have been also a little questionable. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, theoretically, I guess, if the Cubs did trade Bryant, because the Nationals got so much coverage to try and fill in for Anthony Rendon, that maybe they get back, maybe they try and get back Starlin Castro or Howie Kendrick, or like I said, they just got so many. Is that who's batting right now? I don't know. But the Nationals definitely got... Oof! Oh, he dives for it. Can't get it. But he gets one out. That's good. That stops... It gets an out. It stopped the ball from... Stopped the hit. Juan Soto, last appearance was a walk. Like I said, he scares me more than any other batter on the Nationals. Just being consistently good. Similar situation as last time, though, as he... Fuck. Except for the part where they didn't walk him. Last time I would have been okay. Like I said, they should have walked him. Because he just hits a double right in the gap. First pitch.
Now batting.
Juan Soto, RBI double. It's his first double. That's amazing to me that we're this far into the season and that's his first double. I don't want to play against the Nationals over the next month if that's how bad he's been playing, because that's not going to stay like that for very long.
Ball, that pitch is out.
He's only 21, and he's been playing very well. Like I said, they're basically comparing his batting profile to Joey Votto.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
So that means, I don't know how old Joey Votto is now, because he's finally starting to fall off the map a little. I think his on-base percentage is still good. His average is starting to drop. And power numbers are starting to drop. But Juan Soto has, like I said, he's in his early 20s. He's barely in his early 20s. He's barely above 20. He still will get carded at bars for a while. Strike. 2 and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Is that Thames? I think that's Thames, yeah. Just built like a flickin' Mack truck. Strike! 3. Nicely done. Up next is going to be Rizzo. Rizzo, Schwarber, somebody else. I can't remember who I put in there. Probably Happ. But Juan Soto hits that, extends the lead with that double into the gap. Did you just see that throw? He went like this. Commentators, nope, that's none of them. None of those fuckers. It's all Spencer Lout. Not Matt Briskirchen or Mark DeRosa or the other guy that I don't care to remember. It's all this guy.
Ball.
1 and 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
Ball 2.
2 balls, 1
Anthony
strike.
Rizzo.
Count.
Pretty good plate discipline himself. Yeah, and it wouldn't hurt him to start making Sanchez throw a little more pitches. Although not that he's been wild or anything, he's been throwing mostly strikes, I think. But 3 and 1 to Anthony Rizzo. I think he's gonna maybe sit on a challenge fastball, and then anything else maybe let fly by.
Outside. Ball 4.
Ball 4. So Anthony Rizzo walks with Kyle Schwarber coming up. When Kyle Schwarber could make this a tie game with one swing of the bat if he so chooses. I mean, obviously he would choose to, but batting .230, 5 home runs, 11 RBI. At one time, he was untouchable as far as trade. He still is somewhat. The Cubs value him more than most teams do. But at one time, they could have gotten so much for him. Like the Yankees wanted him when they got Aroldis Chapman, but they ended up giving Gleyber Torres. That's how good Gleyber. That's how good they, or how highly the Cubs thought of Kyle Schwarber. Is that they rather would give away Gleyber Torres, who I don't know what his number is. The last couple years has been really good.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So yeah. But, and to be fair, Kyle Schwarber was at once, he was a catcher. And then he had that injury, and he missed most of the year, and he hasn't caught since, so he kind of needs to... Okay. Nice little lazy catch. He kind of needs to step it up a little. I mean, he did at the end of last year. He was fantastic. But originally he was so high, one of the reasons he was so highly regarded is because he had that offensive output profile as a catcher.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Mainly. which is amazing if you can have a catcher who could theoretically hit 40 home runs as their primary position. Fantastic. Now that he's an outfielder and he's slimmed down, and he's gotten better defensively. He's a serviceable outfielder now. But the offensive production from outfielders is just, the expectations are higher. Largely, your outfielders are going to, I'd say a lot of the best hitters in baseball are outfielders. I guess that kind of makes sense because you've got 3 of them in the outfield. But the people that are considered the best players in baseball, Mike Trout, Cody Bellinger, Ronald Acuna, Juan Soto, all outfielders. Like,
Ball that's out.
good eye, and good call by the ump. I could have very easily seen him calling that a strike. One and one to Jay Hay. Oof.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See if Trent is really good.
That's ball.
Nice eye again. Two-two pitch. Coming into pitch 53 into the 4th inning. Gotta sneeze in a second. Woo!
2 strikes.
Whew! On deck, Caratini at the Mendoza line. You'd like to see him get up and get a nice 3-run homer would be nice right now for Caratini. I hope he walks. The runner should be off on the pitch here, by the way, too. So,
3.
yeah, but while he's running, he can just run to the visitor dugout because that's the end of the inning. Backwards K. No one has the heart to tell him it's backwards. Just kidding. I know it's because he didn't swing. Oh, man. Hey, it's Heidi Watney. How you doing, Heidi? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I agree. Wait, I thought Eric Thames was just up. Who was up before? Now I feel like a moron. Because I could have sworn Eric Thames was up earlier. Like, last inning. But it wasn't. Yeah, Heidi, we'll talk to you later. Okay, wait.
Leading up for the Nationals.
Well, that's not Eric Thames now, but it was showing Eric... I don't know, I'm confused. Unless they were just like, hey, remember last inning? Kurt Suzuki's up. Heir to the Suzuki automobile fortune franchise. He said, Dad, I want to be a baseball player. And his dad said, get out of my house!
Nope. That's inside.
How dare you dishonor the Suzuki name by wanting to play baseball? Just kidding. He's cool with it. Oof. A very weird looking, I think, curveball there. Might even, is it starting to rain? I can't tell. It looked like it was starting to rain when they had a close-up on the batter. Pop-up now, 2-2 remaining, yeah. 2-2 pitch, no outs. Pitch number 57 by Tyler Chatwood. Nice pitch! Kurt Suzuki, take a seat.
The third baseman, number 20.
Chatwood has good stuff. He's got the, when they talk about the spin rotation or whatever it's called, he ranks very highly there. Oh, come on, Nika. Or no, that wasn't Nika. It's Kipnis. Good. Nico's playing shortstop. That shouldn't, I think Nico would have gotten that at second. He didn't even dive. He kind of like tried to backhand it. Yeah, I'm sitting Kipnis and putting Porter in next time. And depending on what they do offensively this game, whoever does better offensively this game between Nico and Kipnis is who gets to start at second next game. Raising stakes, making things matter. All right, 1 out. Here goes pitch 60. Could be 2. Should be 2. It's 1, and that's 2. From Kipnis to Horner to Rizzo to outs to the next inning we go. Caratini is coming up. Heidi! Seems like we already just talked to you recently, and I can't ever hear what you're saying. Some would say it makes no sense at all that if I turn off commentary from the video game that we'd be talking to you and I can't hear what you're saying. But it's always nice to have you on the show with us. Victor Caratini, batting 200. I feel like his on-base percentage must be higher. I feel like he's taken a good amount of walks. So I feel like it's unfair to just show his average.
0-1.
And then right after I defend him, he swings at his probably the worst garbage pitch I've seen him swing at all year. I mean, it broke a lot, but still. And it's to the shortstop. Oh, he's safe because it's a terrible throw. E6, Starlin Castro. Thank you. Tip of the hat to ex-Cub Starlin Castro for a defensive, I should just say error. And Caratini ran it out. I like that he ran it out the whole time. Up next, I think Nico Horner. I think it's Nico Horner. Here goes Nico Horner. And he fucking infield flies, what it should be called. I don't know why it's not called that. I think it was called, I don't know. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't want my brain to work right now. Jason Kipnis is up. Strike one. Good eye, good eye. Yeah, I mean, we need to make Anibal Sanchez a little more uncomfortable here. He's got not a huge lead, but he's kind of. I don't blame you for not swinging at that, Kipnis. That wasn't a good. I mean, it was a great pitch because it held a strike, but it wasn't a strike. So, yeah. 1-2 pitch should be 2-1, but it's a 1-2 pitch. Let's see what happens. Ooh, he lays off. Caratini dares him to throw to first, and the catcher says, I'll take that dare. All right, Kipnis 2-2. Ooh, knocks it, but just a little late on it. Goes foul down the third base line. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Well, Caratini's speed isn't great, but you could go with a hit and run here if you wanted to, or have him go and just hope that he doesn't strike out. I don't know. I doubt they will because his speed is low, but we'll see. Ball 4. Nicely done. Well, this is a crossroads. Do you pinch hit with an out here?
Now back, the pitcher, Tyler Sheffield.
I would be very conflicted about it. I'm assuming they'll still bunt him over, or try to bunt him over. Yeah. But I could see that. I could have seen them pinch hitting, because Chatwood's already probably close to 70 pitches. Hasn't pitched an amazing game, but he's pitched an okay game. God. Ooh, and they barely pulled that off. That almost was a double play. So, I mean, if the throw was better, that would have been a double play. Maybe. And you had Contreras on the bench right now to pinch hit. So, I don't know. If you are going to keep Chatwood in to hit there, you better pitch him at least one more inning, if not two. Is my opinion. If you take him out during the next inning and he's doing okay, then that's a fucking stupid decision. That was outside. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. Oh-2 pitch. A ball called correctly this time. Oof. Fouled off. That was pitch 69 for those paying attention. Let's go Expos. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Expos jerseys are pretty cool. Can you name any, Nancy, can you name any Expos players inducted into the Hall of Fame as Expos? Even if they didn't want to be inducted into the Hall of Fame as Expos. If that gives it away. Because there's one maybe Expos player in the Hall of Fame.
Anthony Rizzo.
Maybe two. But there's one that I'm specifically thinking of. Who you don't think of as an Expo when you think of them right away. Or at least most of them. No. I'll say it's a former Cub. Not Pedro Vlad. I mean, I'm sure they are, but I don't think they got inducted as an Expo. Either one of them didn't get inducted as an Expo. I could be wrong. But I think there's only one or two people that are Expos inducted as like when they go in, because they don't get to choose now. It used to be you got to choose, like if you played for any team and you got inducted to the Hall of Fame, you got to choose. And I think they got mad everyone was choosing to be inducted as a Yankee. Ah, Anthony Rizzo! As I ramble about the Expos Hall of Fame inductees, just makes the Cubs go ahead with a 3-run homer. I guess I missed what happened earlier where the Cubs, I missed when they scored a run again before this. Well, it's a whole new ball game. And by that I mean the Cubs are winning. Nancy, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Where we live, the name of the college team, and also a Cub. A shortened version of what we call the college team.
The batter, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Also, I just looked up this player on Cameo. You can get a voice recording from this player on Cameo for like $66. And he was inducted within the last decade. Probably 7 or 8 years ago. He played for the Cubs in the 80s. That should give it away. By now, I should have given it away. He's the only person, I think, ever maybe, or the last person, to get MVP while on a last-place team.
1 and 2.
That shows how good his numbers were, and how good of a player he was in his heyday. Ooh, Schwarber fouls it off. I'm just gonna tell you. Oh, Schwarber bats man at that one. Andre Dawson was inducted as an Expo. He did not. I think it was against his wishes too. Like, I think he wanted to go in as a Cub, and Major League Baseball genuinely was like, we're not sure if any Expos are going to get in there. We would like to have some of them representative. some of them represented some Expos, some representation from the Expos, and so Andre Dawson is in the Hall of Fame as an Expo. His nickname was the Hawk. I believe. I'm pretty sure they called him the Hawk. Yeah. I thought I said nickname. Did I not say nickname? Sorry. And Ryan Sandberg said about Andre Dawson when he got inducted that he was like, Andre Dawson should be in the Hall of Fame. That's going to be at least a double. Yeah, especially with 84. Oh, Victor Robles. Like I said, Victor Robles is who the Cubs wanted if they traded Chris Bryant. If that tells you how much of a future he has as well. Because not only is Juan Soto really good and young, Victor Robles is also in his early 20s and looks like he could be. He's got super good speed. Could start being a 2020 guy. I love Mark Grace. Mark Grace should be in the Hall of Fame. He didn't even get, when he was eligible, he got such a small percent of the vote that he got taken off the ballot for like 20 years. Like you can't even vote on Mark Grace now. Like he's not even involved in the conversation. I think it's one of those things where like, I don't know when it is, but it's X amount of years the players can put you in later, like way later. But Mark Grace, here's a little bit off the top of my head, and you've probably heard me say it before. 305, 304, 305 lifetime batting average. Led the 90s in hits. The only other person who's led a decade in hits and isn't in the Hall of Fame that would have been eligible is Pete Rose, but we all know why he's not in there. Good job, he got it. Suzuki's got to be in. Is going to be in there if he hasn't already. I'm sure just the amount of time hasn't passed yet for him to be eligible. He also led the 90s in doubles. The funny thing about that is that it was really close. No, it's Mark Grace led the 90s in hits. Sandberg's average actually wasn't that amazing, I don't think. Overall, I mean, it's a few years it was. Mark Grace led the 90s in hits. Do you know who was number 2 in hits in the 90s? That's another little trivia for you. Who was number 2 in the hits in the 90s? Also, the person who was number 2 in hits in the 90s hit over 3,000 hits, was an all-star at multiple positions, and he may be... Ooh, this could be a play at home. It is, but I think Victor Robles has the speed to get there, and he does easily. So now it's Sam. But yeah, the number 2 person in hits in the 90s was an all-star, over 3,000 hits. I don't know if they maybe didn't get voted in the first time, which is a travesty. To me, 3,000 hits, automatically Hall of Fame. You should automatically be in the Hall of Fame if you get 3,000 hits. That should be a benchmark where if you do it, as long as there's no like cheating allegations or whatever, you should automatically be in. And I will also say, his son is currently playing in the major leagues right now too. The guy who got was the second in hits in the 90s. His son was a rookie last year for an American League team and might be really good this year.
2-0.
All right, can they? Jesus Christ. I mean, they got him at second. Ian Happ, Jason Hayward, and Victor Caratini are going to make up the next top of the whatever inning we're going to. It was Craig Biggio, by the way, was the guy who was second in hits. Daniel Hudson is coming in, so we have gotten to the bullpen of the
center fielder, number 8.
Washington Nationals. We're going to call Trent Straczynski. He didn't answer my text earlier. But that doesn't always mean anything.
Nope. Outside.
Was that the Cubs? Yeah, they've walked. They've been taking their walks.
That's
Or
a
well, yeah, was that the pitchers?
ball. No strike.
Trent Szczynski's not answering.
Hey!
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Trent, this is Spencer Laux with the Cubs fantasy commentary show thing. Show. Hi! We're just leaving a message to see if you wanted to talk about baseball. I know you don't care much for baseball, but we were going to talk some. It's okay. But anyway, hope you're having a good
Now batting.
Friday.
Right fielder.
As good a Friday as Good Friday was a Good Friday last week. Anyway, have a good night, Trent. Goodbye. All right, here we go, Jason Hayward. You know how I'm going to call him? I'm going to call Scott LeBlanc. This is my friend Scott. We'll see if he answers. He has kids now, so that often it's hard to get people on the phone who have kids. He's a good sports guy. He has a journalism degree from Northwestern, so he knows sports.
Your call has been forwarded to an
420, okay.
Now batting.
I wasn't even thinking.
Victor Caratini.
Yeah, green. It's like Christmas, green. All right. Okay. Aye. Aye. If I was an umpire, I like to think that's how I would call strikes every now and then. Aye. It's almost like if Tim Allen were an umpire. One more time. 0-2 pitch to Victor Caratini, I believe.
Nope. Ball 1.
I believe in Victor Caratini.
Count is
I
1
want
and
to see. Hey, it's Trent Szczynski. He's calling back. Let's see how he's doing. Hey, Trent Szczynski, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. The Cubs just Victor Caratini just struck out for the Cubs to end the top of the sixth. But the Cubs are winning 4-3.
Now
Hey, all
pitching
right,
for the Cubs.
close one there.
It is a close one here.
Alex
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mills.
Yeah, Alec Mills is pitching now.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for fitting us into your busy schedule.
For the Nationals.
Yeah, no, I had my agent
Perez.
make sure that I was aware of your call this time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So what do you think of baseball here? Alec Mills is pitching 0-0 pitch. Down the line on the shift, that's going to be at least 2, possibly a triple. We'll see if Schwarber can get to it. He does. He's going to stop it from being much more than a double, but it's still not great. Not great with an opening leadoff double by Eric Thames. Like I said, he had the nickname of God in Korean for his old team in Korea. But really, he's just a really buff dude who can hit the ball hard.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No supernatural powers or anything.
If he does have them, he has, like how Clark Kent as a child had to pretend like he couldn't do things as well?
Oh, yeah.
Or like how Clark Kent always does. Like he has to pretend like he has to let the jocks beat him up. because he doesn't want them to know that he can kill them.
But the thing, here's where I have a problem with that. I'm a farm kid myself. I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of confidence, though, and grit, and even if you won't be tough,
Yeah.
you're wiry, you can hold your own. That always bothered me. I think that's smart.
That's fair.
Superman thing.
Because Farmer strength is well, and in I didn't watch Smallville, but in Smallville, I think he like plays football, but he keeps it. Like I think he's really good in football, but he keeps it like reasonable.
Yeah, he kind of puts a governor on his edges.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he puts up numbers that are like not startling, but like pretty good. They're like, he's good. He's good. He's looking pretty good.
It's pretty good. Probably
Yeah.
not gonna make it in the pros, but
Yeah, he was just concerned that someone, like, once someone, he plays and so good until someone was like, that's otherworldly, and then he tunes it down. Because he's like, oh no, otherworldly, that is me. I am from another world.
well, then he killed that guy. He broke his back, right, or something like
He
that.
broke his back.
Or that's
He snapped his neck, I believe.
with a punt.
Yeah, with a fun. Oh yeah, like during the game. I thought you were talking about the movie. Oh, could be a play at home. Man, Ian Happ does not have a great arm. I need to maybe not have him play center field as much. I feel like he's not. Well, it's a tie game now. Sixth inning tie game. 4-4.
Hey, that's something else. Right before the seventh inning stretch.
That's what's about to. Yeah, I mean, I think that was in between. Can't remember if it's the end of the seventh inning or in between, but.
Yeah, but pretty cool that I know that term.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed.
Here we are, we're covering everything: baseball, football, comic books, and God.
Yeah.
This is a good show. This is a good show.
Yeah, it's got something for everybody, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry we've been on before now.
That's okay. I'm just drinking. I'm drinking a little. Whoop! And that's why I dropped the phone, but it's okay. I picked it back up. But I'm drinking some Maker's Mark, which I've been Maker's Mark last, so for once it's actually like Maker's Mark. Make your mark with Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark. Think you're an alcoholic? Prove it. Drink Maker's Mark. Actually, Maker's Mark is very good whiskey, so.
Yeah, this show is brought to you by Maker's Mark.
Whatever, School Frog, you love it. Sorry, I'm talking to people on Twitch.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what this is for.
Yeah, it's a mixture of things. It's for a mixture of things. It's for me to have fun and be silly, and then it's for hopefully people will enjoy it. I mean, I hope real baseball starts soon so I can stop doing it.
I'm going to retire and start a hedge fund company.
Yeah, I mean,
They're going to invest in you. They're going to invest in you.
I doubt. Well, that's not a good investment then.
Hey, they're baseball players.
I know, right? That's fair. That's fair. They actually, but I'm almost relieved that I don't have a huge amount of viewers. Because then when real baseball would start, I would be very conflicted about what to do.
Oh yeah, how to make the trend. I guess you just have to watch the real.
Like, would I keep Yeah, no, that's the question was, would I keep doing this at all? Or would I and because I want to watch real baseball. And would people care, like, and like I said, it's a weird hypothetical because it's presuming that people already cared about this. So it's presuming that if people cared about what I'm doing right now, would they still care if real baseball... So it's multiple hypotheticals are thrown into that fantasy world. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. I eat butter substitute every once in a while. You spread it on toast or raw bread, I like to call it.
Yeah.
But I've also had, Dairy Gold Irish cream butter or whatever that is. That's the good stuff, the gold package.
That's, yeah.
And so I think yours is kind of like the easy spreading stuff.
You call it raw bread. Wouldn't you call it raw toast if you wanted to?
Raw toast, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, raw toast. You know, but hey, sometimes all I want is that little quick spread. I don't necessarily want the real butter.
This is
Even
bad.
though I know real butter exists, I sometimes still do very much enjoy the vegetable spread.
Yeah, I like real butter. Have you tried coconut oil on your
yeah.
toast? Coconut oil is very good. Maybe some cinnamon. You ever put cinnamon on your toast?
Oh yeah, I do a butter. When I do the real butter, I do a little butter spread.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, honey.
Ooh, that's good.
That's real.
My friend gave me some, they've been making jams. Like, they're entering jams into the state fair. So they've been, like, making all sorts of jams. And I, like, watched their dog for, like, a day while they were gone. And,
Did you get to try the jam?
they gave me, like, a couple of jams. I was a little upset because, I don't get me wrong, I still have it. It's like an apple jam type thing. But there was I was seeing a girl at the time, and they gave me a plum one and an apple one. And the girl with me, I was like, hey, do you want one of these? And she's like, sure. And I kind of wanted the plum one a little more because it seemed more interesting. And then she was like, well, do you want one more than the other? And I was like, no, I don't, I wasn't going to be like, you get this one, you know? And I was like, no, you take whatever. And she was like, the plum one. And I was like, sure. And she's like, unless you want it. And I was like, no, why would I? I was like, I don't need two jars of jam. But now with everything, with this whole business, I'm kind of like, man, I wish I had that plum jam right now. Like, I could really go for some homemade plum jam. Yes, very. Like I said, the apple one's very, and I like apples. I eat apples way more than I eat plums or anything. I don't even can't think of the last time I had a plum. Plums and peaches are one of those things I eat every now and then just to like remember what they taste like.
Right. The first plum I ever had was delicious.
Yeah.
Every plum I've had since then has been just garbage.
Really?
Absolute. Yeah. I don't know. I don't pay attention to fruit seasons.
Are you sure it was a plum? Are you sure it was a plum and not something else?
You know, it might have just been a very, very old,
like an old apple,
an old apple,
or a tomato that someone painted with food coloring to look like a plum, perhaps.
Yeah, but no, I think it's like a mealiness thing. You know, you gotta get it when it's ripe and stuff. Otherwise, it's just mushy.
Yeah. Oh, the plums? Yeah. I feel like plums and peaches both have a very fun, like, apples, like, you can eat an apple one day or a week later and it can be pretty similar, whereas I feel like with those plums and peaches and stuff are already kind of squishy, so they, like, have a much finer window for when they are at the level you would want them to be, I would guess.
Yeah. I'll have to do some research on that. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Because I know, like, apples, I put apples in my fridge one time, and they lasted for a very long time, whereas I don't think a plum would last as long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing, too, is plums are one of those things, I actually kind of like prunes. Prunes are pretty good.
I like prunes okay.
Yeah. They're one of those ones I have better luck with the dried version than the fresh version.
Here's what so I bet, okay, like whenever anyone's drinking Dr. Pepper, I think Dr. Pepper is just like prune juice with sugar and piss in it. Because I like prunes, and I feel like Dr. Pepper almost tastes like prune juice, but just has a bunch of sugar in it. And I don't really like Dr. Pepper.
You like the knockoffs?
Like Mr. Is Mr. Pibb, is that a knockoff?
Mr. Pibb?
Yeah, isn't that one?
Yeah, Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, I don't like any of those.
No?
Not really.
Yeah. When I was a young man and I had the metabolism of
a young man. Yeah.
I used to down a whole liter of Dr. Pepper. I'd get 2 sloppy joes a mess of French fries, and a liter of Dr. Pepper.
Wow, that just sounds like that would destroy my stomach for like a day.
Yeah, I don't recommend
I would fart a lot.
I was hypoglycemic for a time. I think my high consumption of sugary drinks.
Yeah, Sloppy Joes, I've never been a huge fan of Sloppy Joes because they just make me fart a lot.
But you do like Maid-Rites, right?
I love Maid-Rites. Maid-Rites, whenever anyone's like, fuck Maid-Rites, Sloppy Joes, to me that's just like saying, like, the only really thing they have in common, like, it's such a different, they're two different things. The only thing that they really have in common is, I mean, I guess there's a loose meat sandwich.
Loose meat.
Yeah, which I guess that's very, and that's how we would describe them when people that like came into Maid-Rite for the first time would be like, what is this? And I'd be like, it's a Sloppy Joe without the sloppy.
They chewed your hamburger for you and then put it back on the bun.
Yeah, it's like we don't put that sauce in. And I don't know, it's been a while since I had a Sloppy Joe, so maybe I would like them now. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But how are you doing, Trent? Doing all right?
You know.
Yeah?
Huh?
You doing good?
Yeah, you know, there's good days, there's bad days.
Yeah.
There's days in between that are just kind of neutral.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be
You know,
like a Sweden day or a Swiss day because they're always neutral and things.
Yeah, I kind of pulled a boner today. I was running on a treadmill, and I dropped my phone, kind of. My headphones got shuffled around.
Yeah.
They got tangled up with the safety cord, the off switch for the treadmill.
Yeah.
In my attempt to undo the tangle, I undid the safety clip, and once you know it, then I dropped my phone, tried to catch it. And if you try to catch something on a treadmill,
Yeah.
your
You stop running.
Thing where you stop running
Yeah.
for a second.
And then you fell off the treadmill.
Yeah, the end of the treadmill just goes directly into a wall. So instead of getting shot off the treadmill,
Yeah, you just went into the
fell
wall.
down on my knees. Fell down on my knees, and then like a sander, like a
Wow.
electric sander.
That is
My
a.
knee just kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was quite the foible.
Yeah. What a.
Felt silly.
When you said pulled a boner, I thought you were going to talk about masturbation. When you're like, I pulled a boner the other day, and I was like, yeah, Trent, it's called masturbating.
Oh, no, this is a clean show.
Yes.
We're running a clean show here.
That's fair. Ooh, all right. Rizzo picks it up down the line. But Trent, we're going to probably let you go here in a second.
Hey, that's cool. Been good
And
practice.
have you been posting a lot on? You don't do much Twitter, do you?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I considered switching my Twitter handle, and then the waffling over the decision gave me so much anxiety that I just I stopped doing it altogether.
That's really funny.
Make decisions.
Yeah, that's really funny. What about Instagramming?
I tweet, ironically.
Yeah, you do some Instagramming though, right? What's your Instagram handle? If you want people to know.
Yeah, it's just my name, I think.
That's how I am when everyone's like, what's that? And I was like, I think it's my name, and maybe there's like a period or a dash in there, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think mine's just straight up my first and last name. It's so unique in the world that I don't have to worry about
That's fair.
having to add a 14 or
Yeah.
612 or anything.
Well, all right. Well, for those of you watching, Trent Straczynski, you can try and figure and spell that on your own. I know how to, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Trent, and we'll get a hold of you. Can I get a Go Cubs out of you before you leave?
Back outside.
Go!
I like how you basically just did your Tony the Tiger impersonation, but made it about the
Yeah.
Cubs.
Well,
Go
but I
Cubs!
was like, but I was thinking like a tiger cub. And I was like, nope, it's a bear cub.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything. It's just baby animals.
Yeah. Well, right on. Well, thank you for being here. Oh, and strike 3, and we're going into the top of the 8th. Thank you, Trent. I will talk to you later. You have a good one.
You too, buddy. See ya.
Bye. That was Chris Zielinski. Yes, I'm pretty sure if you mash the keyboard together, that it'll be close. Boners! Yeah, my show's great for talking about boners and dongers, baby. Boning it and donging it. There's only been one donger this game, right? Rizzo hit that dong earlier.
Leading off to the cup. The third
I will say if this game goes into extra innings, I'm going to go pee after the 9th inning. Chris Bryant is his name. Batting .342, 2 home runs. He's due for another home run. I know. I mean, what I'm gonna wish for one, School Frog. Nothing to do but wish for dongers. Oh, Bryant hits it. And it is a single. And will they try and steal with him?
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony.
Nancy, I'm hoping a donger gets hit here. The kind of dongers that I could show immediately with my would go against Twitch standards, I believe. So let's just stick with this. Anthony Rizzo, 0-1. Oh, it's down the line, but it's probably going to be caught. If I was on first, I would maybe tag up and go to second. All right, Kay Schwartz is up. Small chance Bryant steals here soon. Especially after this, if he doesn't steal when Schwarber is batting right down the middle, then there's a fairly good chance that they would steal after that. We'll see. Strike 2. Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Kyle. I feel like Kyle is the name I would name my son if I wanted to, like be disappointed a lot. Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Kyle. Oof. He swings at the worst pitch he's been thrown and thankfully makes contact with it. Wow. It's funny you say that, Nancy, because I told you my older brother's name was Spencer for about 10 minutes. And everyone who wasn't my dad said, we don't like that name. Change it. And so my brother became Ryan after about 10 minutes of living outside the womb. And then when I was born, my dad said, fuck all you guys, this one's name's Spencer. Well, he wouldn't have said this. He'd be like, this one's named Spencer. Whew. Ian Happ. Ugh. All right, 1-1. Didn't go. 96 mile per hour fastball. Ugh, I don't like how this pitcher does this. Like he's fucking doing coke inside his fucking glove like a weirdo. Is that Sean Doolittle? Yeah, it's Sean Doolittle. All right. Is it going to stay in the air long enough to land? No. Fuck. Well, to the bottom of the 8th we go. The music was just playing what sounded like an Applebee's song. This month at Applebee's, 27 mozzarella sticks for $7.99. Ball 1. Going back to the old Maker's Mark. Is it a real small bottle or am I a Paul Bunyan type figure? Where it's actually a regular sized bottle of Maker's Mark, but I'm just 12 feet tall. Who knows? Chunky ketchup. I'm about to run out of ketchup, actually. I do have some spaghetti sauce that I need to eat here soon. So, I am about out of the chunky ketchup. I mean, marinara, if you want to call it marinara, pasta sauce, pizza sauce. It's not all the same, but it's all enough the same. I will say, if you're making homemade pizzas, don't use pasta sauce for homemade pizzas. I can't see the Stonger. That was the trade-off. Ooh. I mean, because imagine if you're 12 feet tall, if your donger was a foot long, actually that'd be about average proportionally. If your donger was regular human size, would you want to be that tall if your donger was only still regular human size? So proportionally every part of your body is 12 feet tall. Except for your penis, which is what like a normal 5'10" person would. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you'd have the same, proportionally you'd have the same face. Like, everything would be normal. Okay, that's solid. That's a solid joke. But, keep in mind, just being over 6 feet tall, makes people more attractive that are men, for sure. That's just known. So being 12 feet tall makes people twice as attractive. Mathematically. This is just what math would say. But because you're not 6 feet tall though yet. Are you 6 feet tall? Or 6'2". I just said 6'2". Is about where it really starts to play, I think. You are 6 feet tall. Well, then I'll say 6'2". $5-12. Oof.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah.
Oh God, is Jeffress is pitching. I don't like it when Jeffress is pitching because he's not good. Life is easier. You're more attractive when you're over 6'2". Yeah, Nancy, I know you're like 6'5" or whatever. Congratulations. Yeah, then you win. That's accurate. Out number 3. Into the 9th inning we go. It's a tie ball game. Hayward, Caratini, and Horner. If this game goes in extra innings, I'm gonna go put ice in my drink and take a pee. Who said that to you? And also the way you worded it make it sound like some European, some like, you're easy target in war. Nancy, it's 6'4". You're easy target in war. Oh, button him over! Oh, they're going... Fuck. Man, I have mixed feelings about that because they didn't advance the runner. Albert Almora is at least on base. Nico Horner's up. Was it Caratini that bunted? Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I have mixed feelings about that. Especially since it didn't fucking work.
0-1's the count.
Nico's making me look like an idiot. All right, 0-2 to Nico Horner. 1 out, 1 man on. Albert Almora's on first. Maybe he'll try and steal here. I don't know. Ooh, he gets hit! I mean, it's not good when a player gets hit, but it's fine when it hits him on an off-speed pitch in the meaty part of the thigh. That's about as good as you can hope for getting hit by a baseball, is having it be like 70 miles per hour in your fucking glute, in your glute thigh, you're in your glute butt area. All right, runners on first and second with Jason Kipnis. I said whoever does better offensively, the old glute shoot. The glute shooting boogie. Up the middle. Are they going to send out more on the pitch runner? They are. Play it home. He's safe. And the Cubs take the lead. And Abraham Lincoln's Cubs bat falls off. Sorry about that, Abe. You got excited. It looks like that your hat would fall off. There he goes. What a game. What a game. Glute shooting boogie. And nicely done. Here we go. The Cubs have taken the lead. Wilson Contreras. You know, I can't think of another hitter. 437, 10 home runs, 486 on base percentage with 21 RBI. Like I said, I'm guessing he's leading the league in a lot of categories right now.
Count 1-0.
He was given a break today, and hopefully it'll be good. Oh!
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here goes. 1-1 pitch to Wilson Contreras. Strike 2.
Count 1-2.
Trying to shake off the rust. He's been so used to playing every game. The last 5 or however many games that he's been killing. Oh, fuck. Strike 3. But also, maybe that's a good reason that that's why I sat him. Because he's tired. He needs to rest. Well, former Rookie of the Year, former MVP of the National League, Kris Bryant is up to bat. And they're bringing in the right-handed pitcher. Probably a smart move. Up Kris Bryant. Looks like they might be doing a double switch even. We'll see. Sometimes when you're talking to the ump, it makes it seem like more is going on than just straight up. Ryan Harper.
And batting 9, number 10, Yan Jones.
Kris Bryant with an opportunity to get some insurance runs going into the bottom of the 9th after after the next out. He's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles, an RBI, and a run. A chance to get all those offensive numbers up right here. With a hit would get him probably at least an RBI. Strike 1. I mean, yeah, he's barely making, especially last year, he was making like 2 or 3, like, you're not going to trade your all-star catcher who's making like $3 million, who is still in his mid-20s. Or what is he, like 26? Like, that's why when the Cubs were talking about trading him, I was like, they must be asking for so much, because it doesn't make any sense. He's only getting paid like $4.5 million. So when the Cubs were talking about trading him, I think they must have been asking for so much. Well, 3-1 to to Kris Bryant. On deck is Anthony Rizzo, which he had a 3-run home run earlier. So, and I like the lefty on righty matchup. So walk him away. Walk him away. I'd love for the bases to be loaded with Anthony Rizzo up, or for Kris Bryant to pop out and end the inning, to make it more exciting when we go into the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, if the Cubs trade Contreras, it'll be for a lot. Like, it would almost have to be undeniably beneficial for the. They talked about the Padres were one of the people they were talking about trading with, whether it was Bryant who would put him in the outfield or Contreras, because they wanted Dinelson Lamet, who I for sure, if they got Dinelson Lamet from the Padres, who I think is going to be a top 10 Cy Young vote winner in the next 2 seasons, maybe. And maybe that Francisco Maya, because he's going to be a really good offensive hitter too. And if the DH comes in the next couple years, because that's where Wilson's biggest strength is the fact that can he get it? Got it. Is Wilson's good offensively? He's not a good pitch framer, so unless robot umps happen soon, which they might, if robot umps come into play, Wilson's stock will go even more up because his only real weakness is pitch framing. But he's got an arm on him, so he can throw him out when he wants to, but he's not helping pitchers like Hendricks or Lester that kind of live and die by playing with the corners or control stuff, especially with Hendricks. It's like, when your pitch framer is bad, you're not getting much help there. Dan Winkler, who I think is like 7 or 8 for 8 on save opportunities. But I didn't even know who he was. He was played for the Braves up until last year, I think. Matt Wieters is all right, isn't he? Is he a catcher in that? I always forget. Or is he not? Is he first base outfield? I always mess up. Was Matt Wieters on the Cubs at one point? Is he in the Orioles? Yes, he's a catcher. Oh, strike 3! But the ball gets on the ground. Oh, thankfully they get him. Well, I mean, it just bounces off of. Is that Caratini? I don't know if they brought in Captain Contreras or went to. Let's not see a donger, Nancy. I don't want the game to go much longer, and I would like the Cubs to win. Adam Eaton's up. 2 outs. No dongers. No more dongers. Let's have just strikeout. 1 strikeout to end the game. Strike 1. Now we're on our way.
0-1.
0-1 pitch to Adam Eaton. Ooh, strike. How do you not catch that? Who's catching right now? Is it still Caratini or did they put Contreras in? 0-2 pitch to Adam Eaton. Looks like they're going higher. He's pretending.
Nope, that's a ball.
What? What is happening? I genuinely am wondering. Strike 3, that's the game! Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today, and the outfield gives each other a threesome hug kiss. You couldn't see it, but I'm pretty sure they were kissing. That's the kind of material Nancy's here for, right? I should play them on. I need to figure out how to integrate my computer. I think I might need another video card to do the... It's not rigged. Believe me. But... Save by Dan Winkler with his 9th save. Sean Doolittle gets a loss, his first of the year.
Here now is the final line score tonight.
Anthony Rizzo is the player of the game with his 1-for-3 home run, his go-ahead RBI.
They left 5 men on base.
Show it to... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know, showing me hands after the game's done played. I don't know if that helps. Jeremy Jeffress, which will win. He did 2 innings. That's the best he's probably done all season. Sean Doolittle with the loss with 1.2 innings. With 1 earned run given up. Dan Winkler with the save with 2 strikeouts. Looking good. So that's that for the game. Up next, I'll do a little preview here of the game coming up. Well, here's a little preview. Tomorrow is Kyle Hendricks versus Joe Ross. just by looking at the stats, you would assume the Cubs will win tomorrow. But you know what they say when you assume things is you make you look like a fucking idiot, I think is the saying. Anyway, yeah. And then the day after that will be Yu Darvish versus Max Scherzer. So if you don't tune in tomorrow, tune in on Sunday because Max Scherzer versus Yu Darvish should be a very good game, I think. But thank you all for joining the Cubs Fan Fantasy Stream show or whatever. Have a good, whatever. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. When is 4:05 tomorrow? Maybe. Have a good one. Take care.